Just 5 days ago, we wrapped up in Spain, but we are live here again for the first race day on a Friday night. We're live here in Canada, here in Montreal, and it's the Canadian Grand Prix. We're gonna start off with qualifying, then we'll have a 35 lap race following this 18-minute qualifying session. I'll be joined by Lucas K for the race, most likely not qualifying. He's not gonna make it quite on time for qualifying, so I'll be lonely in the booth for qualifying, but we'll have Lucas for the race. But yeah, you see cars already getting on track here for Canada, and yeah, so. Yeah, we have officially broken the record for the most drivers attending a Formula Legion race. The record was tied last race in Spain, but in the record was 8 drivers. That was at Bahrain in Spain. Now we have 11 here in Formula Legion Canada. So yeah, we've definitely done better with the driver count, and yeah, I think the Friday night change has also helped us get more drivers to attend races. But anyways, enough talk about drivers. Let's get talking about the racing action here in Canada. As you see, there's a Racing Bull driver of Jacob Hadjar. He made his debut in Spain. He kind of had a rough race though. It wasn't really the debut he wanted. He's hoping to bounce back here, reserving for the Racing Bulls team. As you see, there's Alex Leclerc. Is Jonathan Hibbett, Royce Crown. There's also Maddox Beard right here in the Red Bull. Everyone on their out laps, but the Racing Bulls reserve of Jacob Hadjar is currently on a lap, and also I believe Jaden Sadek is also on a lap. You see him right here. Jaden Sadek, he was solid at Canada too, until he had he tangled with Maddox Beard, and that set them to back. But yeah, Alpine, they've been pretty good with the race attendance. I feel like so they've done pretty good with that, and for the most part, both Alpines have made almost every race. The same for Red Bull. So that definitely helps them out with the Constructors' Championship, but also Red Bull has Sam Lewis, who's currently in the pits right now. Is also first car over the line. This is Elijah Wheeler making his first start in the Ferrari. Elijah Wheeler, he signed up for full time as Jacob Laxon. He revoked his seat, and he's just going to wait for F125 to come out. So that'll be season 2. We'll be on F125. So this will be the only season we're on F124. As over the line, that's Jaden Sadek with a 109.4, and then the Racing Bulls, Jacob Hadjar with a 109.7. Maddox Beard heading through the hairpin. Alex Leclerc with a 114.2. Let's see where Maddox Beard can go here. As we're going to also go ahead and turn on the lap data. Almost forgot to do that. But anyways, riding on board with Maddox Beard. Yellow flag sector 1. Not sure what that's for, but Maddox Beard over the line here. And Maddox Beard with a 114.8. Not a great lap from Maddox Beard. You might be trying to go for another one. Maybe he just bailed on that lap. Got sideways though. Oh no, and he's around. Into the barriers. Doesn't look like he got any wing damage. Currently, Jaden Sadek is fastest right now, but Maddox Beard resets the track just behind the Ferrari of Elijah Wheeler as people go around him. This is still yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not sure what it's for. Didn't quite catch what it was for. There's Sam Lewis on track right here. He's on his out lap. So Sam Lewis, he's won all 7 races in Formula Allegiant plus the 2 sprints. So you can technically call that 9, but 7 Grand Prix wins for Sam Lewis. We have not seen a different winner in Formula Allegiant. So yeah, we'll see if that changes tonight. But yeah, it doesn't look, I mean, I don't really see it happening, really, but you never know. You never know what can happen in Canada's the track can be very unpredictable. Systematic Spirit, I'm not sure if he's going for another lap or not. The Alpine I'm not sure which Alpine that was. That looked like it was Jonathan Ibbett. He let him go. See if Matic Spirit is going for another one. I'm not sure. He is not. Oh, he spins again entering the pits. Took out the pit sign. You see, that's all pieces. But Matic Spirit heads into the pits here. Oh no! Oh, that's a big crash. Alex Leclerc, big hit into the outside retaining wall, and Alex Leclerc is out in qualifying, and yeah, he's gonna have set out of qualifying. Alex Leclerc out of Canadian GP qualifying. That was a big hit for the Mercedes, but yeah, fortunate for him. We'll see if he can bounce back in the race. There's 7 people that made laps. Sam Lewis currently on a lap right now. Sam Lewis heads through here. Seems very clean right there. This is probably going to be a really good lap for Sam Lewis in the Red Bull as he heads through the hairpin. Sam Lewis. It looks like a pretty tidy lap for the Red Bull as he heads up into the wall of champion chicane. Sam Lewis, we'll see where this goes. It's probably going to be the time to beat. Sam Lewis goes up to the line. It's going to be a 1:08.6, and that is half a second faster than Jaden Sadek in the Alpine. Also, we haven't talked much about him. He just signed up like a few minutes before the race. So yeah, this is, hold up. This is Gadiel Alamani. Kind of a tough name to pronounce. You can correct me later if he wants. But Gadiel Alamani, reserving for Aston Martin right now. He's currently 3rd. So yeah, the last Aston Martin reserve in Spain almost won the race, and already Gadiel Alamani looks pretty fast. And he's currently in 3rd with a 1:09.3, 2/10 behind the Alpine of Jaden Sadek. As yeah, 10 minutes 20 seconds left. This is Christian Severson, who we haven't really seen on track in a little bit. Christian Severson racing here in Canada. He's currently 5th with a 1:09.6. Everyone's pretty close on times in terms of everyone in the 1:09s. So second place could be up for grabs for almost anyone. As you see, there's Aston Martin, the other Aston Martin of Christian Severson. He headed through the hairpin as he heads down this DRS straight. Oh, his DRS is opening and closing. I'm not sure what that's for, but yep. Christian Severson heads into the pits. Obviously, he finished his first run. Systematic Spirit on a lap right now. He's on his 2nd run. It's kind of an unfortunate first run, but it was just the first run, so we'll see how he can do here in the 2nd run. He's currently 11th on the board with a 1:14.8, but I don't think it was a very clean lap from the Red Bull. Just yellow flag sector 1. I'm not sure what it is for, but Matic Spirit and yellow flag sector 2 also. But looking at Matic Spirit right now as he heads out of sector 2. Up 3 seconds, so that would put him in a 1:11 right now, maybe a 1:10. So this doesn't look still like the best lap for Matic Spirit, even though he's improving 3 seconds. We'll see what Matic Spirit can do here as he heads into the wall of champion chicane. Let's see what he can do. Obviously gets really close to that wall. Sam Lewis with a 1:08.3. Matic Spirit with a 1:09.7 just behind the Racing Bulls of Jacob Hadjar. So still not the best lap for Matic Spirit. Sam Lewis though, 1:08.3, good lap from him. There's Jaden Sadek on his out lap. He's looking to improve to try to match or beat Sam Lewis this time. We'll see here. Let's ride on board with Jaden Sadek. Currently 2nd on the board with a 1:09.1. We'll see if he can improve that. Now it's just very quickly through turns 1 and 2. Because now he hustles the car up into turn 3, turn 4, gets very squirrely. He's gonna abort the lap. Jaden's not gonna abort the lap. Yeah, just didn't look very clean through there. He's probably down on his time. As I say, Hamilton in the Mercedes. He had a pretty solid race in Spain. He's currently auto lap, I believe, right now. But I'm not sure if he's improving or not, as that's a Red Bull in front of him. Getting slipstream off the Red Bull. Not sure which Red Bull that is, as they're both coming into the pits. Oh! They both head into the pits. Jaden Sadek just charging up his ERS right now to go for one more run, or one more try at his lap. Jaden Sadek with 7 minutes left in qualifying. As what a lap. Good lap from Jacob Hadjar, 108.7. Jacob Hadjar in the Racing Bulls, turning around what happened in Spain. He's up to second at qualifying. Good lap from Jacob Hadjar. Let's see what Jaden Sadek can do, though. He's going to start another go at his lap here. Let's see here. So Jaden Sadek going to start his lap right here. Let's see. Through turns 1 and 2. Pretty clean there, but locked up a little bit. Didn't seem very clean through turn 2, but turn 1 seemed pretty good. Let's see, turn 3. This is where he messed up his lap before. Seemed pretty clean through there. Really oversteery, though. As Jaden Sadek now heads through here. Turns 5 and 6 loose. This doesn't look like it's going to be very good. He's going to abort again. I'm not sure if he's going to have... He might just have to come into the pits and just put on fresh tires and go for one more run. Not sure if he's going to go for this lap or the next lap, because he's probably going to run out of time to make a last run. It'd be better to just put on the fresh tires. But yeah, Jacob Hadjar, you see him right here. I don't know if he's going for another lap right now. I think this would probably be his end lap. Royce Crown heads into the pits. Max Beard on his out lap. 5 minutes left in the session. It's probably going to be his final run. Maybe not. He might be trying to squeeze in 4 runs, but I don't know. Actually, I don't think you have enough tire sets to do that. So, I mean, maybe actually you might have enough, but you're definitely going to waste a lot of softs for the race. He's looking to improve his time, though. He's at a 109.7 right now. He needs to improve a good second and a half to get to Sam Lewis's time. So it's going to have to be a really big improvement for Max Beard. As Max Beard heads through the wall of champions right here. Beard heads over the line here to start his, I believe, probably his final run here. The Red Bull heads through turns 1 and 2. Seem pretty good, but really oversteery. Yeah, that definitely scrubbed a lot of speed there. Max Beard, let's see. We'll see at the end of Sector 1 here if he's improving. No, he's down on time. 2/10 down. He's 2/10 in the red, so this doesn't look very good for Max Beard right here. 4 minutes left in qualifying. Yeah, you're going to see some people head out pretty late. Probably with 2 minutes left in the session is when you'll see most people head out. Because you just have to get to the line before the qualifying ends so you can make another lap. Max Beard now up a 10th, but still that would only put him maybe in 7th. We'll see though. It's gonna take a good wall of champions here. There's also Elijah Wheeler in front of him. He might get a little tow. That will definitely help him. It's through the wall of champions. Here we go, up to the line for Max Beard. Gonna be not an improvement. 5/10 down on his best lap, so he's probably gonna have to go for another lap. He's not gonna have enough time though to get around and put on fresh tires. I don't think he might, but I don't think so. I don't even know if he has any sets left though. You see, everyone's pretty much in the pits waiting for the last 2 minutes of qualifying. There's Royce Crown on track though on his out lap right now. Royce Crown and the Williams. We haven't talked much about him. He's currently 6th on the board. I don't believe he raced Spain. Apologies for that. Spain. Don't believe he raced Spain, but he's here in Canada. As there's also the Racing Bulls on his outlap, currently second in the 108.7. And Jan Sadek also on his outlap. We're gonna watch Royce Crown. He slides off that corner. Looks like it's very easy to get oversteer off turn 2. Really easy to get on the power too early and lose the car as he's gonna abort his lap. Here's Jacob Hadjar though. We'll see what Jacob Hadjar can do here. He's saving up his ERS right now. So he actually has to take the runoff. Okay. Jacob Hadjar takes the runoff there. But Jaden Sadek also looking to improve his time. He didn't quite get the best second run. He had to abort his lap twice. So Jaden Sadek wasn't really a second run he won, but this final run is really all that matters. 2 minutes left in the session. Everyone's going to be having to head out now. Max Beard in the pits. I don't think he's going to be able to get out there, make another run. Yeah, there's yellow flags. I think everyone's trying to charge up their ERS. Here is the Racing Bulls driver, though, of Jacob Hadjar. Also, Sam Lewis is in the pits right now. Sam Lewis, he's not going to go out for another one. I think he wants to save a set of softs. And he doesn't think that anyone's going to be able to improve up to his time as Jacob Hadjar into the wall. Jacob Hadjar hits the wall. I don't believe he got any wing damage. Escaped that, but Jacob Hadjar went into the wall, and that's not obviously going to be a good lap. He might make it around, but it'll be really close. Believe he will make it around, thankfully for Jacob Hadjar, so we could go for one more. Sam Lewis actually heading out now. I'm not sure if he'll make it around for another lap. We'll see. It's going to be a little close for Sam Lewis. We'll have to watch that. But Jacob Hadjar, here he is heading through the hairpin. He had to abort his lap. So he's going to try to go for another one, but I'm not sure how much ERS he has. We'll look at his telemetry. He does have all his ERS. So Jacob Hadjar, that's good news for him. We'll see what he can do here. He has all the ERS he needs as he heads up to the line to start his lap with 30 seconds left in the session. Jacob Hadjar, one more shot at pole for Jacob Hadjar. As he heads through turns 1 and 2, very clean through there. Just a little slide, but really clean through there. Through 3 and 4, he keeps it nice and tidy. This seems like a pretty solid lap, but only up 300s. As he slides, and that is pole position. Chance is over for Jacob Hadjar. He slid off of turn 5, and yep, that is pretty much it for Jacob Hadjar. He's going to be at risk from Jaden Sadek right now, who's he's not improving. See Sam Lewis, he did make it around. So Sam Lewis, we'll see what he can do if he can get in the 107s. That would be a really tough task to do, though, even for Sam Lewis. We'll see, though. The Red Bull of Sam Lewis heads up into the hairpin. We'll see. He's up 3/10. He might get into the 107s here. Flicks the wheel into the hairpin as he heads out of the hairpin down the back stretch. Sam Lewis, he doesn't even need to really do this lap. No one's probably going to improve to his time, but Sam Lewis going to still try to best his time. Sam Lewis up to the line. Sam Lewis, this could be a 107 for Sam Lewis. As Sam Lewis, 107.6. What a lap from Sam Lewis. As we missed him, the Aston Martin retired from the session also of Gadiel Alamani. But what a lap from Sam Lewis. That is absolutely wild. 107.6 for the Red Bull driver. And that is a second faster than the Racing Bulls of Jacob Hadjar. Then you have Jaden Sadek, Gadiel Alamani, Jonathan Dibbitt, Isaiah Hamilton, Royce Crown, Christian Severson, Maddox Beard, Elijah Wheeler, and Alex Leclerc had to retire from qualifying early. So, yeah, it's race time now, so we're going to go ahead. Swap that up for post-race interviews later after this race. Sam Lewis, though, That's gonna be a crazy pole lap to watch, because I'm assuming he'll probably send that to us. We'll be able to have that pole lap. Is Now we're down at the track here for race time. But yeah, just talking about Sam Lewis's pole laps. We'll likely have his Spain pole lap up before we post the highlights, probably tonight. So apologies for the late pole lap. Sam Lewis just hasn't been able to get the pole lap to us for Spain. But that's a really crazy pole lap to see for Canada.
Alright, we're restarting the lobby. We're resetting the lobby. We're resetting the lobby because someone readied up, so. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna reset the lobby. I don't know where you are, but.
Was my mic not working? Not sure. Might be having mic issues. Hold on. I might be having mic issues. What the heck? Okay. I don't know if my mic's working. Hold on. I'm not sure if my mic is working or not. Trying to see on the stream. Hold on. Okay. I think it's good now. It should be good. Hold on. So yeah, we're just. Okay, yeah, apologies for the technical difficulties. I think we're gonna be fine. So I'm just trying to work out these technical difficulties right now. Okay, yeah. So, okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, I think we're back. I think my mic just wasn't working. That was weird. All right, we're good. Okay, just had to make sure because I don't think. Yeah, I think my mic just cut out. So apologies for that. I don't know when it came back, but yeah, okay. So apologies for that. We're gonna get back to the session here shortly. Had to restart the lobby due to people readying up. Don't know why my controller's being weird. So yeah, just trying to get into the lobby right now. So yeah, but talking about Sam Lewis's pole lap still, that was honestly a great pole lap from Sam Lewis. He's gonna be starting the race with a lot of confidence on his side. Okay. So we had to restart the lobby. I'm not sure if you heard if you heard a Max Beard, but yeah, we are restarting the lobby. Yeah, getting everything set up right now. We'll be racing here shortly. Just gonna make sure it's. Yeah. Alright. Just make sure I was working. So yeah, we should be good. All set and ready. Everyone's running the lobby right now. So yeah, apologies for these technical difficulties. Not ideal. So yeah, just waiting for everyone to get in the lobby. It'll take a few minutes. So yeah, I believe Lucas might be here now. Not sure, but all right. So yeah, just make sure my mic was good. So yeah, all right. So yeah, just getting all set and ready. Just need 2 more people to join in here in the lobby. Just waiting for that. All right. Just need 1 more, I believe. So, yeah, we're gonna get on track here in Canada shortly. So, yeah, while we can, let's go ahead look at the points here. It's the only thing to really talk about right now. So, all right. So looking at the driver's standings right now, so after Spain, Sam Lewis with 198 points. He obviously extended his lead at the top of the points standings. And then Jonathan Hibbett with 114 points. He's second in the standings. And Isaiah Hamilton in third with 74 points. Max Beard only a point behind Isaiah Hamilton, so that could be interesting if Beard can get up to up to third in the points. Then Royce Crown with 46 points. Jack Ward, 37 points. He's obviously not racing anymore. Colin Sargent with 34 points. Alex Leclerc with 29 points. Jan Sadek with 25 points. David Albon with 18 points. And then Jacob Laxton, who's not going to be racing this season. He'll be racing next season. Ben Elliott with 14 points. Christian Severson with 12. Adam Stachira with 8. Brady Van Camp, who's not racing, has 4 points. Jacob Hadjar with 4 points. Landon Barreneau with 3 points. Neil Campbellton with 3 points. And Sugarshawn, who's obviously not racing. And Elijah Wheeler, who's less in the points, who hasn't made a start. So almost everyone has. Oh wait, no, sorry. There's more. Sorry, almost forgot to mention that. So yeah, Trevor Mass. Yeah, well, everyone, the rest of the people don't have points. So yeah. So yeah, there's 29 points. 29 people on the point standings. Due to people due to stuff swapping around. The constructors' points. Red Bull has the lead in the constructors, 271 points. Alpine second with 158 points. Mercedes with 103 points. Williams with 64 points. Haas with 37 points. Aston Martin with 30 points. Ferrari with 26 points. McLaren with 14 points. Racing Bulls with 8 points. And Sauber with 3 points. Yeah, finally, as we were talking about points, um, we're about to get racing here. We're about to get on track, I should say. So here we go. Finally, we are back. Gotten cloudy here in Canada. It's gotten cloudy while the delay happened. So, yeah, you see on track here. So, yeah, we talked about points. But yeah, Lucas, I'm not sure if you're here right now. Just want hold up.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So Lucas, I just want to ask you this: who do you think is gonna come out on top here in Canada? I know you just got here, but
Yeah, obviously, I'm gonna go with the favorite Sam Lewis. We have 11 drivers here tonight, so yeah, anything can happen. We have more drivers than we've had ever in Formula Legion, so this is league history. You're watching right here. But yeah, obviously Sam Lewis been dominant all season. I think he will be the winner here tonight. But still, we have obviously Jacob Hadjar and Jane Sadek pretty high up in the running order. So we'll see what they can do at the start.
yep, this formation lap has gone underway. I hope people might have readied up again after the before people got their subs. So we'll see. I don't know, but it doesn't look like we're gonna be restarting the lobby again. So we're just gonna roll with it, with whatever happened, with people readying up. But yeah, so Sam Lewis obviously gonna be on pole. He was a second faster than Jacob Hadjar. But yeah, Jacob Hadjar. I believe we're back. Okay, we're back. Apologies for that.
Yes.
Yeah, my controller disconnected for some reason. But yeah, we are back. Alright, just in time for the start here. So yeah, everyone lining up on the grid here for the Canadian Grand Prix here on a cloudy day here at Montreal. It's time to go racing here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Run away in Montreal. Sam Lewis gets out to a really good start. He gets out to a pretty big lead as we head down to turn one. Everyone's jockeying for positions as they're locking up in the back. And BSC's already out. It's a 10-second penalty for Alex Leclerc.
Man, what a rough start. Severe collision with Ferrari driver Elijah Wheeler.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I'm not sure, but yeah, there's also wing damage on that Mercedes of Alex Leclerc. VSC is out, and that kind of helps. That might help Jacob Hadjar get to stay in DRS range. That's really what you need to do if you're gonna try to beat Sam Lewis. You need to stay in DRS range. Oh no! Sam Lewis is around. I think Jacob Hadjar, he ran to the back of Sam Lewis, and now chaos is happening.
Oh my goodness.
Chaos. I
Okay.
don't know if Sam Lewis can be able to get the positions back.
Wow, what a turn of events here at Canada. So now, as it appears right now, Jacob Hadjar is the leader. don't believe Sam Lewis will get his positions back. I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, VSC ending, I believe. Yeah, VSC has ended. Yeah, that incident might need to be reviewed, but after the race. But for now, Jacob Hadjar is the leader as he slides as there's contact. Is the Alpine goes into the wall as
Oh
Alex Leclerc
no!
is out, and there might be a safety car. So it's chaos.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, chaos. And it's a virtual safety car once again. Oh man, we got to clean this up.
Yeah. As you see Elijah Wheeler making his first start in the Ferrari. He has wing damage. I would imagine this would turn into a full safety car, but I guess it has not. And
Maybe we should do
yeah.
a restart. This is kind of a joke. I think we need to do one more restart. This is
Oh
awful.
my gosh, bro.
Everyone's race has basically been ruined by like one driver. As Sam got taken out. What else? I think Jaden got wing damage. It's like everyone retiring. I think we should probably restart. We're gonna restart anyway. It's not fair because no one even has their setups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just someone readied up. Did you not see?
Yeah, I know. I was kind of concerned because we got going really fast.
All right, yeah, we're gonna have to restart.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is so frustrating. But we're gonna have to restart again. We'll get through all this. Apologies for this. Yeah.
Yeah, we will talk to the drivers about this after the race. Obviously, we need to clean some stuff up. We do apologize for this inconvenience to the viewers on the live stream right now, but we will clean this up for next week. Obviously, this has been the biggest lobby we've had. So, yeah, just gotta clean some stuff up. Yeah, we'll be better for next week.
Yep. Alright, well, we're gonna try this third time's a charm. Yeah, we're gonna have to get the lobby south again. Yeah, this has been rough. Not really been a great Canadian GP. Not been clean at all.
Yeah, definitely so. Did steal a lot of early chaos, so hopefully we don't repeat that in our third attempt, but yeah, as Bryce said, third time's the charm, so I guess we'll see in the next couple minutes, but yeah, hopefully it is cleaner. Obviously that was unacceptable for the first part of this race, but yeah, we are migrating to a new lobby, which will be starting, or which will be created very soon, and we'll be back to racing shortly.
Yep. There are talks that we might be doing a 35% race just because of all these restarts. Yeah. Apologies for this. To anyone new to Formula Allegiant, this usually does not happen. This has not been clean here in Canada. So we just want a better attempt. Also, people couldn't get their setups in because people readied up too fast for the second time. So yeah, we'll try this one more time in Canada, so yep.
Yeah, but this should be all cleaned up for next race. Yeah, it's obviously unfortunate that this is happening, but yeah, we just need some better communication by us league owners and the drivers, and we will get everything situated for next week.
Yeah. Alright, so just waiting for the lobby to get up here. Yeah, so apologies for this hold up. Just figuring things out right now. yeah, this has been quite the rough race in Canada. So, yeah, currently just waiting right now for the lobby to go up. Yeah, apologies for this to everyone on the stream. This has not really been what we wanted for tonight, but yeah, third time hopefully will be the time we get the full race done. Yeah, this is not been the best. Alright, finally getting into the lobby here. Alright, gotta get ready to go here. Joining the session right now. Don't know why this is taking forever to join. This is actually frustrating. Oh my gosh, doesn't that work? Yeah, so yeah, just trying to focus on getting everything ready here.
While we are waiting, if you did not already see on the Formula Allegiant socials, there are some new rule changes that were implemented after last race. So a couple more rules added to the rule book about lap cars letting leaders by, which wasn't clearly stated in the rule book. That has been fixed. Obviously, the race is today on Friday. That will be going forward for the future. We believe this will help for attendance-wise, which has shown today with 11 drivers, and 3 seats have opened up. So the seats of Jackson Traeger, excuse me,
Yeah.
for RB, and then Koa Norris's ride with Sauber, and then Red Cross Williams' ride with Aston Martin. Their 3 full-time seats have been taken away by Formula Allegiant officials due to multiple causes, but yeah, so people are now able to take those seats. Obviously, we've seen people take those seats so far, with David Albon taking the Aston Martin seat, and I believe it was Jacob Hadjar. Yeah, Jacob Hadjar taking the other full-time seat. Or it was Ethan Hamlin. Excuse me about that. So yeah, pretty much have a full roster. Just still a Sauber seat left. So if anyone on stream is interested in joining Formula Allegiant, please use the Discord link. I believe it is on the Formula Allegiant YouTube channel. So sign up, and there is still a seat available for you to race.
Yep. Alright, now loading into the lobby. Hopefully it works this time. Just had a loading error. Alright, we're back. So yeah, we're back in the lobby here. So yeah, everyone here, we're just gonna go ahead, try this one more time here in Canada. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, so it looks like we will be shortening the race to 35% race. It'll be only 25 laps now, so it's 10 laps shorter. That seems pretty reasonable after all these race starts. That's about probably where we would be. without any of the restart. So yeah, 35% race has been shortened for the Canadian GP. Um, but yeah, so a 25 lap race. That's still not short. So yeah, should be pretty interesting to see as we're loading in right now. Finally gonna get to the track the for the third time. So yeah, loading into Montreal. Here we are. All right, we are here. All right, we're back. It's now sunny here in Canada. I've been through a lot of weather conditions throughout the restarts. But here we go. Let's hope people don't ready up now this time. So we went through the points. Pretty much went through everything while we were waiting for everything to go. For everything to get sorted out. We went through the rule changes. Next few races though, we never talked about this. We have the British Grand Prix next Friday. Then we have Spa, Belgium. That will be a sprint weekend, so we'll have 2 days of racing action for Spa. Then after that will be Japan, Azerbaijan, and Monza. And then that's the next few races we have on the Formula Allegiant calendar. Yeah, so this is race 8 out of 21, so we're not quite halfway, but we are getting close to there. So, yeah, looks like people got the memo to not ready up. So, yeah, just waiting for everyone to get their setups in. Obviously, it's a 3 minute intermission period here for everyone to get those setups and their custom setups in. Get the fastest setup possible. So, yeah, finally, gonna hopefully be able to get this race underway. A shortened Canadian GP, but still doesn't mean we can't get great racing action. It'll probably just make things more interesting to watch because less time for drivers to make moves and get their way to the front or stay in the front if you're starting up front. So we'll see how this goes. So Lucas, what do you think the driver's mentality for a shortened race is gonna be here in Canada?
Obviously, I think it'll probably be similar to what it was when we had 35 laps. There's still a lot of racing left to go, even though we've shortened it by about 10 laps. So yeah, just you just need a good start, honestly. You want Sam Lewis to make a mistake, but you also want yourself to have a great start so you can pass early for the lead and try to pull away as far as you can before DRS is enabled.
Yep. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a intermission period here. This is kind of the boring part. Um, all right, I believe everyone's gonna start readying up. All right, here we go. We're gonna get underway. Finally, after like 30 minutes of waiting, we're finally underway for the formation lap here for the third time. Everyone got their setups in. We should be all good here in Canada for 25 laps of racing action around Montreal. Yeah, Sam Lewis though is people already getting disqualified in the formation lap. Okay. Yeah, ignore that since it's qualified. That's pretty much just they're not gonna be able to warm up their tires. They pretty much just get sent back to their grid spots, but they'll obviously still be able to start the race. That's how that works. So yeah, if you make contact with someone on the formation lap, you're gonna get sent back to your grid spot. So yeah, the top five right now is or the top five for for the starting grid is obviously Sam Lewis, Jacob Hadjar, Jaden Sadek, oh my gosh, Gadiel Alemany, and Jonathan Hibbett. So it's a pretty interesting top five here in Canada. I'm most surprised from Jacob Hadjar because, I mean, after his rough Spanish Grand Prix, he's kind of bouncing back here in Canada.
Yeah, definitely. So same with Jaden Sadek. Started pretty decently all season long. Just been struggling a little bit, but I believe it's going to be a huge momentum booster to start in the third place position. And new driver Gadiel Alemany. She's Gadiel is the Aston Martin reserve driver. So filling in for David Albon, who unfortunately could not make it tonight. So we're looking forward to see what Gadiel can do.
Yeah, here's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are underway here for the Canadian Grand Prix. Third time's a charm. Let's see if this is gonna be the time. Because here we go, up through turns 1 and 2. Seems like a clean start for everyone as they make their way up into turn 3. Sam Lewis out to already a pretty solid gap. Yeah, way cleaner than the last attempt. Is Sam Lewis already pulling away? As there's Jacob Hadjar under pressure from Jaden Sadek. Then you have Gadiel Alemany and Isaiah Hamilton, who's gotten up to the 5th position. As there's jockey positions here. This is for 9th. This Max Beard and Elijah Wheeler. But you look up toward the front. Sam Lewis already starting to break out of DRS range, but we'll see if he can do that. We'll see. Now down into the hairpin here in Montreal. This is where Sam Lewis gains a lot of time, and already it's over a second as, yeah, riding on board with the Racing Bulls of Jacob Hadjar. Yeah, it's a 1.2 second gap, Sam Lewis, and already less than a lap he's broken out of DRS range.
This is what Sam Lewis wanted. Now he's just going to try to pull away, try not to make any mistakes for this couple laps, and yeah, hopefully he'll pull away and smooth sailing.
Yep. So yeah, you see here, this is Isaiah Hamilton and Gadiel Alemany in the Aston Martin. Those two, they fought. Is Isaiah Hamilton now up into the 4th position? As you see, this is 3 cars under, actually no, like 5 cars under our blanket here. This is for P2 as Sam Lewis just pulls away here in Canada. Lap 2 here in Canada. Yep, Sam Lewis already getting out to a 2-second gap as these two starting to jockey position and fight to get up to the 2nd position.
Yeah, definitely so. Also, Isaiah Hamilton just trailing behind them, so we could see a 3-car fight, maybe even a 4-car fight here. Gadiel Alemany right behind them.
Yeah, this could be very interesting here. So there's DRS for pretty much everyone. Is Jaden Sadek gonna dare move into the Wall of Champions? He clears over the corners. Also, Isaiah Hamilton does it too, as it's gonna be Jaden Sadek who gets up into the 2nd position. As Isaiah Hamilton up into 3rd. As Jacob Hadjar, after all of that, fell down to 5th. He lost 3 spots in the span of 3 corners. Is yeah.
Oh, looks like another one right here. Maybe Jonathan Hibbett?
Yeah, he might be able to get it. Right, Hadjar kind of struggling here in the early stages of the Canadian Grand Prix. As we look here, position change here. Yeah, so from the start, the Alpine and Jaden Sadek, he's gotten up 1 position. Isaiah Hamilton, 3 laps down for Isaiah Hamilton. He's got up 3 spots. And looking at the tires, everyone's on the hards except for Elijah Wheeler and Christian Severson.
Oh,
locking up this is absolute chaos here. It's no. That was Aston Martin. That's Gadiel Alemany who goes off the road, and now he's all the way down almost out of the points.
Oh my goodness, yeah, spun around. Unfortunate for him. Just, yeah, I guess just got loose or maybe some contact, not too sure.
Yep, as Alemany heads into the pits, but we gotta look here at this 2nd place battle. This is absolutely crazy here in Canada. This is from 2nd to 6th here. These are all in a DRS train. We'll see how this goes. Isaiah Hamilton was able to get up to 2nd, but yeah, 3 seconds the gap from Isaiah Hamilton to Sam Lewis. We'll see, though. Maybe Isaiah Hamilton has the pace to catch him.
As we see Jonathan Hibbett moves up to the 5th position. This is exactly what Sam Lewis wants to see. Now he can just pull away. And yeah, these guys are battling. This will obviously slow down their lap time, slow down their speed. So yeah, just what Sam Lewis wants.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that this is really where Sam Lewis gains all his time. It's in the hairpin. He really knows how to get a good exit and get a good run down the backstretch. That's what Sam Lewis knows how to do with his experience on the F1 games. He just really knows how to get a good exit off that hairpin. That's really where he gains most of his lap time. As here we go, so James Sadek, Isaiah Hamilton. We'll see if James Sadek can make a move here in the DRS. Let's see. He's definitely close enough. He's in the slipstream. 3-second penalty for Elijah Wheeler, but as Jade Sadek looked to the outside, wasn't able to get it, as Isaiah Hamilton having to go defensive. I'm not sure if these guys are going to be able to catch Sam Lewis. Sam Lewis still pulling away a few tenths a lap.
Christian Severson now closing in on this battle, now 5 tenths. Same with Jonathan Hibbett. Jonathan Hibbett really closing fast on the Aston Martin of Christian Severson. He was trying to look for a move there, was not able to get it. Will he have DRS here?
Yeah.
Does not look like it.
Just looking here, this is Elijah Wheeler and Maddox Beard. This is for 7th to make a little bit of contact. Let's see here. Says no, they go off the road. It's Elijah Wheeler in the wall. It's Maddox Beard. That might be a legal overtake. I don't think it is. Is they're blocking? Oh no! Royce Crown into the wall.
Innocent bystander there. Wrong place at the wrong time for Royce Crown. Oh, that's gonna be a tough break for him.
Yeah, Royce Crown just got shoved into the wall. Sam Lewis goes the fastest lap. Let's see this battle for second. Starting to spread out a little bit. 6 laps into the race. Yeah, still. Oh, it was a little slide from the Mercedes of Isaiah Hamilton. Is now Jade Sadek closes up a little bit from that, but obviously not close enough to pounce on the mistake. It's oh no, Isaiah Hamilton's out. Isaiah Hamilton's in the barriers. Wasn't quite able to see him. It's a BSC. Virtual safety car is out as Isaiah Hamilton. You see him is Isaiah Hamilton. Oh no, Isaiah Hamilton. He was running second and he just ends it into the wall. And Isaiah Hamilton out of the Canadian Grand Prix.
Not what he wanted here. He's not going to score any points today. This will pretty much allow Maddox Beard to pass him in the championship points.
Or at least tie him.
Yeah, at least tie him. But yeah, just unfortunate for Isaiah Hamilton. Obviously, he had a great stretch of races, constantly finishing in the podium, and that comes to an end here today in Canada.
Yep. Oh no, Alex Leclerc drive-through penalty to speeding under the VSC. Yeah, there's a delta you have to maintain under the delta. And that's honestly kind of annoying to do in the F1 games. VSC has ended, but yeah, that's how Alex Leclerc got his penalty. Royce Crown on the pits. He is making a pit stop, trying to repair his front wing. But looking here, this is Elijah Wheeler and Maddox Beard, who Elijah Wheeler has to go off the road, and Maddox Beard gets up to the 6th position. His yellow flag, sector 1, I'm not sure what it's for, but Sam Lewis with a 5.5 second gap to the to second and third. Pretty much James Sadek, pretty smooth sailing here to get P2 as long as he doesn't make a mistake like Isaiah Hamilton did. As you see, there's smoke from Sam Lewis there. So yeah, we'll see here what James Sadek can do. Does he have the pace to catch Sam Lewis? I honestly doubt it, but you never know. So, something I've noticed from Sam Lewis setups too, at least from what I've heard, Sam Lewis he really focuses on his corner speed, and at least at this track, not really the straight line speed. So. You saw James Sadek. If he could just match him at the hairpin, then he's probably going to get the run down the straightaway. But Sam Lewis just pulls away in the corners. Those moves for the podium positions. That's Christian Severson and Jonathan Hibbett. Hibbett gets up to 3rd, and it's a double podium right now for the Alpines.
You're going to help those Alpines in the constructor standings. Obviously, Maddox Beard is a little bit lower in the running order, currently running 6th place. But yeah, this is gonna be a decent podium day if Jonathan Hibb and Jaden Sadek could maintain where they are currently.
Yep, 8 laps in here in Canada is, yeah, Alex Leclerc heads out of the pits just ahead of Royce Crown. So, yeah, Royce Crown gonna try to get around him, but I actually don't know if Williams repaired his front wing, because I still see wing damage on that Williams car. So I don't think they repaired the wing, so that's kind of unfortunate. He's just gonna have to probably live with the wing. I don't think he selected for Williams to repair the front wing, and yeah, that's a common mistake to make. And yeah, I didn't repair the wing. 1:10.6 for Sam Lewis, so he gets the fastest lap, improves his fastest lap, and he has a 7-second gap over Jaden Sadek as things have started to calm down here in Canada.
Yeah, field pretty much spread out. Sam Lewis 7.5-second lead, so it doesn't look like anyone is going to catch him unless we get a safety car, which could 100% happen. We still have 10 cars. A couple drivers obviously have some damage or were in some accidents here today, and we obviously had a couple that are spread out and are a bit slower. So yeah, we'll see.
Yep. See Royce Crown closing in on Alex Leclerc. He's looking for a move to get around the Mercedes, but he has a pretty big disadvantage with the wing damage. As yeah, Royce Crown is probably faster on raw pace, but with the wing damage, it's kind of equals out. Oh no! Alex Leclerc got loose. They keep it clean, but that might have damaged Royce Crown's wing even more. I don't know if it did or not, but Royce Crown gets the position at least after all that, but that slowed them down quite a lot. As you see, 8 seconds the gap here on lap 10 is, yeah, looking here. Jonathan Evett trying to catch his teammate for P2. And then there's Christian Severson trying to catch Jonathan Evett for the podium. There's Jacob Hadjar started at P2. He's now fallen down to P5 from the start.
Yeah, Royce Crown really struggling here. It looks like his part of the left wing or the left winglet is off the car. Maybe some, and as we can see here, 3-second time penalty for Christian Severson. Multiple warnings from the game, so yeah, he will get a penalty. Yeah, Royce Crown, as I said, he's really struggling here.
Yep, as it looks like also Jacob Hadjar got around the Aston Martin of Christian Severson. Looked like Christian Severson had a moment, and yeah, he got a penalty from that. So yeah, Jacob Hadjar up to the 4th position, but we'll see if he can run down the 2 Alpines for the podium. You can see him coming around the straightaway as the 2 Alpines enter the Wall of Champions final corner. But yeah, Sam Lewis heading through turns 3 and 4 right now. Sadek just out of turn 2. So that's the gap right now. It's almost 10 seconds. The front is 3-second penalty for Elijah Wheeler. As I don't know, that might have added on to it. I think he already had a penalty, so I think that added on. So now he's at a 6-second penalty.
Yeah, tough debut for him in that Ferrari, replacing Jacob Islaxon, who will not be returning for the remainder of the season. However, he will return likely next season.
Yep. Yeah, Sam Lewis now gotten his gap to over 10 seconds. Just a typical Sam Lewis domination. As you know, there's David Albon last race who was kind of able to contend with Sam Lewis, but he's not here, and I don't know if he's going to really be able to make much races for a little bit, because we changed it to Friday nights, and he's usually busy on the Friday nights. So yeah, that's kind of good news for Sam Lewis, though. He's able to probably won't have as much competition. I mean, maybe Jaden Sadek or some of these guys, then maybe they can try to get faster and match Sam Lewis, but it's still a really tough task to do. Sam Lewis is just really fast.
Yeah, we could see a battle between these 2 outcomes. Jonathan Hibbett is slightly closing on his teammate Jaden Sadek, so maybe we could see a battle brewing in the next couple laps, as we can see about 2/10 gain there by Jonathan Hibbett.
Yep, is yeah, lap 12 of 25 here in Canada. Race going by a little bit quick. Obviously not as long as we wanted the race to be, because it was originally planned to be 35 laps, but since of all the delays, it got moved to a 25 lap race. But Jonathan is kind of slowly gaining, maybe on his Alpine teammate of Jaden Sadek. It's 2.3 seconds the gap. I'm not sure. It's going to take, it might take some time, though, to catch his teammate. These two are pretty equal on speed as they head through the wall of champion chicane. It's also Jacob Hadjar hoping to catch up to Jonathan Hibbett and Jaden Sadek is lap 13. As there's, that's Christian Severson into the pit lane. Yeah, he heads into the pit lane, heads into his pit stall. We'll see what tires he puts on. I believe this is a scheduled pit stop. Goes onto the hard tires. So Christian Severson has his yellow flag to sector 1. Is Jaden Sadek. Jaden Sadek, who has a moment. It's Jacob Hadjo now right there. As Jonathan Hibbett gets that to P2.
Oh, he goes for a slide.
Oh no. Yeah, Jaden Sadek is Max
goes for a
Spears now
slide.
going to get around him. Max Spears now going to get around. No, he spins again. 3 spins back to back, and now Jaden Sadek has fallen down to 5th.
He might have some wing damage. I believe he hit the wall.
He did, I believe that did. Yeah, he's struggling at turn. You see in turns, I believe turns, I'm not sure, but don't mind that. But yeah, it's Max Beard also up to 4th here in Canada. So he goes up another place trying to catch Jacob Hamm after what happened to the Alpine of Jaden Sadek, who's really struggling now with his broken front wing.
Yeah, tough break. Kind of looked like it was going to be a double out. Will not happen today, as
yeah,
he will retire from this session.
Yep, he decides to retire the car. Yep, Jaden Sadek spent the pit lane. Day just got worse, and yeah, he decides he's just gonna retire the car. No point in continuing. He takes a similar fate to the Mercedes of Isaiah Hamilton, who DNF'd early in the race. So, yeah, I guess it's been kind of the second place curse, as Jonathan Hibbett's currently in 2nd. Let's hope nothing happens to Hibbett, as we're 14 laps into the Canadian Grand Prix.
Yeah, a couple of those guys who started around mid-pack or towards the back are now in the front, looking at a good point stay ahead. So as long as they don't make any mistakes, it'll probably be clear that they will be one of the front runners. Field pretty much spread out all throughout them.
Yeah, I'm not sure to see if Max Beard could catch the Racing Bulls of Jacob Hadjar. He's 3.1 seconds back to P3 of the Racing Bulls. There's our 2 Red Bull powered engines, so it's pretty much a sister team versus the brother team, I guess you could say. But yeah, 15 laps in. Yeah, Max Beard and Jacob Hadjar, their gap starting to stay the same. 17 seconds from 1st to 2nd. Sam Lewis is just extending his lead, as I believe Royce Crown might have got lapped actually recently. He did, yeah, after him getting wing damage. It's kind of unfortunate for him, because he just was in the wrong place at the wrong time. But Sam Lewis heads across the line to start lap 16. Sam Lewis pretty much just able to cruise to this win.
Yeah, definitely. Jacob Hadjar, I've been noticing his interval here. It kind of looks like he's catching up to Jonathan Hibbett.
The wall fairly hard, but he escapes with no wing damage. That's a really lucky escape from the Racing Bulls. So yeah, that's a really lucky escape. As you see, he's actually kind of gaining on Jonathan Hibbett right now, as Hibbett also has a time penalty. As you see, they head up through here, heading up into the hairpin. Yeah, Jonathan Hibbett just trying to maintain the gap from him, Sam Lewis, but at this point it doesn't really matter. Sam Lewis is just really fast as Alex Leclerc and Gadiel Alamani. They have a little bit of a moment. They get that sorted out, though. Those two are going to have a little fight. But, yeah, 19 seconds. Sam Lewis is going to shortly make that. 20 seconds as Jonathan Hibbett. He slides off the wall of champions. It's gonna be the Racing Bulls of Jacob Hadjar. He's gaining less than 3 seconds now. The gap into turn 1 and 2. Jacob Hadjar, he might be able to reclaim his second place right where he started.
Maverick Spirit also could be in the fight. Is closing pretty fast. If those two battle, Jonathan Hibbett and Jacob Hadjar, we could have a battle between 3 cars as we see here. Gabriel Alemany passes Alex Leclerc for the 7th position.
Yep, those two fighting right here. Yep, the Aston Martin, Gadiel Alemany. As you see, slides a little bit off the wall champions, but he should be able to pull away from the Mercedes of Alex Leclerc. But yeah, 17 laps and still haven't seen any scheduled pit stops. They're gonna pit pretty late, it looks like. Maybe just go on the softs, from hards to softs. So it looks like it might be the strategy. 20 seconds the gap, I believe. Either way, if it finishes like this, I believe Jacob Hadjar would still have the position. Because, yeah, he's within, I'd imagine it's a 3-second penalty for Jonathan Hibbett. So he's within 3 seconds, so he would still get second, but he would like to get on track because Max Beard also fell back a little bit to Jacob Hadjar. I'm not sure what happened there to Max Beard, but Max Beard still having a really solid race in Canada. We haven't really seen him up front like this in a little bit. As right as I say that, what a save from Maddox Beard. Yeah, but yeah, I guess I gave him a little commentary curse, but anyway, still we're gonna talk about him. He hasn't really. He's kind of had a few unfortunate races the past few races in Formula Allegiant, but he's starting to turn around. But now he's kind of struggling on his tires. Yeah, he's had a few close calls. Just got to keep it clean because he could probably get one of his best finishes in a Formula Allegiant race in quite a bit.
Yeah, Sam Lewis has a 21-second gap, soon to be 22. Jacob Hadjar still closing on Jonathan Hibbett. The gap is about 2.1 seconds. It was about 1.9 seconds a lap or two ago. So gap is pretty much staying stable. Looks like they're running similar speeds. Jacob Hadjar caught up a lot there, about 6/10. So yeah, we should see a battle very soon between these two drivers.
Yeah, so looking at the tires once again, see, the top 4 have yet to pit, and I believe everyone else has pit. I don't know if they're going to be making another stop. Doesn't look like it. Elijah Wheeler's on the softs, though. I'm not sure. He's probably going to be able to get those tires to the end, but it's going to be a pretty tough task toward the last maybe 3-ish laps of the race, because yeah, the softs were really fast in this game. It's also looking. Jacob Hadjar has now caught up to almost within DRS range of Jonathan Hibbett. Let's see here what Jacob Hadjar can do. As you see,
yeah, he's really looking fast.
Yep. Lap 20, 23 second gap from Lewis to Hibbett, but look at this. Here's Hadjar. He had a rough start, but he's starting to pick it up here. As now he heads to the pits, actually. Hadjar heads to the pits, going to get the undercut, looks like, and now we're going to see pit stops here with 6 laps to go. Now 6 laps to go here in Canada's yellow flag sector 2. That is Alex Leclerc, who falls down to 9th. But anyways, watching Jacob Hadjar seemed like a pretty clean stop. He should be able to get the undercut. Max Beer gets promoted up to the 3rd position, but not for long. As Hadjar heads out of the pits just ahead of the Aston Martin of Christian Severson. I'd imagine Sam Lewis and maybe John Hibbett, they could be coming in this time. We'll see. Let's see what Sam Lewis does here. If he stays out, will Hibbett come in this time? We'll have to see once he gets around to the final corner. As Sam Lewis takes 5 laps to go here in the Canadian Grand Prix. So we'll see what Hibbett does here. Jonathan Hibbett. We'll see. And
Elijah Wheeler.
Hibbett pits. Hibbett into the pits. Yeah, Jonathan Hibbett into the pits. I'll probably go watch Alex Leclerc and Elijah Wheeler's battle in the second. Actually, no, he's in the pits. Elijah Wheeler also in the pits, but But Jonathan Hibbett, good stop, goes on the soft tires. Let's see though, will the Racing Bulls be able to get around Jonathan Hibbett here? Looks like he will. Is Max Beard also on the pits? Yeah, he's gonna get a perfect undercut. Watch for that voice crack, but perfect undercut for, on Jonathan Hibbett. It's gonna be Jacob Hadger up to the second position. 40 seconds to gap, but Sam Lewis still yet to pit.
Yeah, 40-second lead now. Sam Lewis obviously still has to pit, as there is a 3-second time penalty for Gadiel Alamani. Multiple warnings. A lot of people with penalties here. 4 drivers with penalties.
Yeah, track limits have been pretty strict here in Canada. As you see here, there's Jonathan Hibbett and the Racing Bulls of Jacob Hadjar. They have a little tussle. It's gonna be Alpine of Jonathan Hibbett. He gets up to P2. Looked like it wasn't so good of an undercut as we thought, because obviously the pit exit is a little bit shorter distance, so it looked like it was more than it actually was. As Jonathan Hibbett has the fresher tires by a lap, but he made a little mistake. Here comes Jacob Hadjar. Hadjar not gonna make a move. I don't even know if he had the DRS there. Just here we go through turns 1 and 2. This is gonna be a good fight for P2 to the end of the race, but I think Hibbett might have the better speed right now on the fresher softs.
Yeah, I hate to be the one who calls it out, but Hibbett does have a 3-second time penalty, so he's going to have to gap Jacob Hadjar pretty far in these last couple laps. So, yeah, still great run for Jonathan Hibbett. This is a points day that he needed.
Yeah, and something I had just noticed, it's also Jacob Hadjar is on the medium, so I think he's trying to play the long game and try to get the speed at the end of the race, but I don't even know if the mediums are going to have enough time to come in. So he's just going to maintain the gap for within 3 seconds here, and they'll be able to get it. As Sam Lewis, I don't even know when he's going to pit here. He's going to have to pit in these next few laps. He might pit. I mean, I'm almost wondering if he's trying to pit with maybe 2 to go and try to improve his fastest lap. That isn't really a bad idea. Just basically doing side quests like he did in Netherlands. Sam Lewis, we'll see what he does here. He might head into the pits here. He's gonna have to pit pretty shortly though, because obviously you have to make a mandatory pit stop in these races. So if you don't make a pit stop, you'll be disqualified. But Sam Lewis, obviously, he knows that. He's probably gonna be coming into the pits in the next 1 or 2 laps as he heads to the pits now. Locked it up.
Bit of a slide from him there.
Yeah, locked up in the pits, but Sam Lewis has no risk. He's gonna go on the softs here. I'd imagine he's probably gonna get try to improve his fastest lap here. Pits really late though, in the race, with only like 2 to go, or 3 to go. Sorry. So we'll see. Yeah, he has no risk of being past Sam Lewis. He pretty much has nothing to worry about right now. But the second place, the battle for second place, Jonathan Hibbett, he has something to worry about because Jacob Hadjar is right there on the rear gearbox. He's probably gonna be able to decide to move into turn 1. Here we go. He has the DRS up into turn 1. He's gonna look to the inside. Massive speed advantage, and he gets up into the second position over Jonathan Hibbett. But will Hibbett have anything to say about it? He does. Yeah, he goes to the inside, but he's going to have to back out. That's not really a place you want to go side by side there. We'll see what Hibbett can do, though. He's on the softs, the faster tires, but the mediums do wear less, so we'll see. But there's a slide from Jacob Hadjar. Here comes Hibbett, switches to the inside, and he goes past the Racing Bulls of Jacob Hadjar, but Hadjar might get him back on the backstretch.
Yeah, we'll see here. What a battle between these two. Will Jacob Hadjar have enough here? No, he will not. He will try again. Coming to the front stretch here.
Yep, here we go. Hadjar now going to get a big speed boost. I'd imagine the move's going to come into turn 1, but the braking is on turn 1 because this he's not close enough into the wall of champions here. And here we go. He's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna be close enough. We'll see. He should. Hibbett charging up ERS. As here comes The Racing Bulls of Jacob Hadjar up to P2 just like a lap ago. As we head on to the final lap of the race, Sam Lewis had about half a lap left for him, but a whole lap left here for these two. We'll see who gets up to second place.
Yeah,
Oh.
Sam Lewis, absolute dominant day. 22-second lead. Locks it up a little bit there, but there is nothing to worry about as Sam Lewis now approaches the front straightaway.
Yep, Sam Lewis heads now down the back stretch, entering the final corner. It's the Wall of Champions chicane. He's got to keep it clean for one more corner. He will. It's Sam Lewis. Dominant drive here in Canada. A strong Canada race, but he still comes out on top with and he gets the fastest lap. 8 wins in a row for Sam Lewis, as it looks like Jacob Hadjar is going to be a double podium for the Red Bull powered engines, but not for likely not for the Red Bull team. As Jacob Hadjar going to get P2 right where he started. He rebounds from his rough Spanish Grand Prix. Jacob Hadjar finishes P2. Jonathan Abbott P3. Maddox Spear going to come around the final corner to finish. A very solid P4. And then Christian Severson, P5. Royce Crown now going to come around here. He's pretty far back. Heads to the hairpin. It was kind of unfortunate unfortunate race for Royce Crown. He got the front wing damage repaired though. So, yeah, Royce Crown able to still rebound to a P6 finish as he heads down the back stretch, heading onto the front stretch. Royce Crown heads through the Wall of Champions chicane. He's going to finish P6 in Canada. It's going to be Gadiel Almani finishing in P7. And that will do it from Canada. What a race that was in Canada. Even it was shortened, but it was still great racing here for the Canadian Grand Prix.
Yeah, great drive by Maddox Spear. Just wanted to mention that. I believe he gained about 5 or 6 positions from his starting spot. So, great race for him. And for Red Bull Racing, this will obviously increase their lead in the Constructors title against Alpine. Alpine, not the day they won it. Still Jonathan Hibbett, though. Still solid run by him. Just unlucky for Jaden Sadek there at the end.
Yep. As you see, podium ceremonies happening. Yep. Sam Lewis had pretty much no competition today. He finishes with a 24-second gap over the Racing Bulls driver of Jacob Hadjar. They have Jonathan Hibbett, Maddox Beard, Christian Severson, Royce Crown, Gadiel Almani, Elijah Wheeler, Alex Leclerc, Jaden Sadek, and Isaiah Hamilton, who unfortunately had to retire from the Canadian Grand Prix. So we have the record of the most drivers here in Canada. Obviously, it wasn't the best or wasn't the cleanest race as we had to restart 3 times, but still, yeah. So it was still a great race as we're going to go ahead and head to interviews here for the Canadian Grand Prix. So we'll have a little intermission here. But yeah, that was honestly, even with the short race, it's still really fun racing and great racing to watch. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head to the interviews here. Alright, so here we go, head into the interview room right now. Alright.
Lucas, you should interview. Lucas should interview some people.
Alright, I'm here. Yeah, you should.
Alright, we're gonna do top 5 only. We're probably gonna do top 5 only because it's kind of a lot.
Yeah, okay. So this, yeah, it was Severson, that was 5th, right?
Okay. Severson was, yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so Chris Severson, you came home with a P5 finish. You had a little bit of a battle with Maddox Beard in the closing laps. So Wasn't really able to watch most of.
I just want to say he had a penalty though, so not
Oh,
really, but yeah.
but still, um,
Yeah, I
but
wasn't
still
gonna
on
fight
track. But
that
yeah,
decision.
yeah, just walk me through that race and how did it go for you?
I think I had a pretty good strategy. I was really catching on the second stint. The first stint on the mediums was pretty bad. Uh, Mediums were definitely probably the worst tire, I would say. But I think I did pretty good. If I didn't have those pens, I could have possibly got P4, but it happened. So it was P5 at the end of the day, I'd say.
Yep. So yeah. So the British Grand Prix is next. How do you think you'll do in Silverstone?
Um, Silverstone's such an iconic track, I'd say, but I'm not so good at that track. It doesn't really suit me, but hopefully we can still put out a good result and hope for the best.
Yep. All right. We're gonna move on to your P4 finisher of Maddox Beard. So Maddox.
Not Lucas.
Oh,
Let
oh yeah,
Lucas. Let
Lucas.
Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas. Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Maddox Beard P4 started pretty far in the back. Just tell me how your race went here today.
So yeah, obviously after all those restarts, I started ninth. I was battling with Elijah in the Ferrari, which he is very, very aggressive in the blocking. So me and Royce barely could get around him. Royce got damaged. I had to, once I got past him though, it was pretty smooth sailing from there. We saw DNFs from Sadek and Isaiah Hamilton, but I really felt like I had a podium car. It's just I started so far back in the field, I really couldn't do much. But I'll take P4 after starting ninth. So yeah.
Yeah, it's been a couple races, been a little bit rough for you, but obviously with a strong one here today, what are your expectations for the British Grand Prix next week?
Yeah, I don't know if I have very high expectations after what's been happening, but I think if I can get everything right, I can get a podium and maybe even a Red Bull 1-2 at Britain. It's one of my stronger tracks on the game. So yeah.
Well, solid run for you today, Maddox Beard. Great job out there as we will bring it back to Bryce and we will interview the third place position, Jonathan Hibbett.
Yep. So Jonathan Hibbett, so yeah, you had a pretty solid race here, P2 for a while, but then you fell down to P3. Even though you had that penalty, do you think you still could have been able to hang on for at least P2 on the track over Jacob Hadjar? And what more do you think you could have done to maybe try to challenge Sam Lewis?
Yeah, we could have definitely gone for P2. Car was as fast as Xfinity 10G today, but um, all I can say is that we had the setup right, we had everything right, but as soon as lap 17 hit, I kind of started to realize that the car was kind of giving way on me a little bit, and the rears were kind of stepping out, leading to that 3-second penalty. I believe if we didn't have it, I would have been fighting Jacob a lot harder um, at the closing stages, but I wasn't really gonna fight it with that penalty, and I was, just more gonna settle for P3.
Yep. So yeah, what are your expectations for the British Grand Prix, and how do you think you'll do there after a pretty solid Canadian GP?
I feel like at Silverstone, I'm pretty good there. I'm very decent there. Had a lot of podiums in other leagues this game cycle, but I feel like if we just, stay in the DRS train and hopefully Sam's leading that DRS train, we can hopefully just have a lot of lead changes for the lead and hopefully be the one on top.
Yep. All right, we're gonna go down to Lucas again here to interview Jacob Hadjar.
So Jacob Hadjar, obviously a rough race last weekend, but you turned it around here, got a podium, second place. Tell me how your day went.
It was pretty good, all things considered. It took me a while to find the groove there on the hard compound tires for the first 10 laps. They just didn't feel good. And then, when everyone else started going off, mine just came to life, it felt like. And I had fantastic pace on them. So, that really was the deciding factor in what got me P2 right there was just the ability to make those hard tires work at the end of the stint and just keep them and save them.
Yeah, so do you think you can bring this momentum for the British Grand Prix on Friday next week?
Yeah, hopefully Britain's a fun track. It's not one I've raced before without full traction, but we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to give it a go, and we'll see how it turns out. Hoping for another good result.
A great solid run for you today. Congratulations on P2.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. So now we're gonna go to your race winner, Sam Lewis, for the eighth time in a row. So, Sam Lewis, just tell me how your day went and how were you able to pull out such a big gap?
I mean, like I said, I've been adapting to new wheel settings, so I think it's worked really well for me today. And yeah, I've been dealing with a squirrely suspension on the car, but I'm still handling it well. It was definitely not the car today; it was all me. I mean, I've got the potential, I've got the skill. I mean, I'm gonna keep going full acceleration until the season ends, and I'm gonna try and set records that won't be beaten. But yeah, the race was good. The tires felt nice the whole time, and the fastest lap felt very fast.
Yep. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if you go nine in a row at Britain. Do you think that'll be possible? And and how do you think your British Grand Prix will go?
I mean, anything's possible. We'll have to see if the setup works there. But yeah, that's one of my stronger tracks. I think I'm like top 100 in the leaderboard and time trial there. So I'm going to try and extend the gap and just have an even bigger advantage. Try out some new settings and see if I can make the pace advantage and margin even bigger.
Yep. All right. Well, that'll do it for interviews. We interviewed the top five. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my outro for the stream. But thank you all for racing here in Canada. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. Okay. So, it's not the not the most organized Canadian Grand Prix, but it was still a really solid race. So yeah, Sam Lewis winning by 24 seconds. Not really a surprise there. As yeah, I didn't really have as much competition as he did in Spain, and obviously he's starting to figure out his wheel settings. But um, yeah, it was still a great fight for P2. Jacob Hadjar was able to get P2, but yeah, we have the British Grand Prix next, so that'll be interesting to watch. Be sure to tune in there at the same times we did today on Friday night at 7:30 Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, 6:30 p.m. Central time, and 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. So, yeah, we'll be live then on the Formula Allegiant channel. But for now, this is Bryce Croft signing off.